Yan 623. You can now start your day with me, the head. Your assignment is as follows. You have been selected to conduct an investigation at the refugee center.
She's a demon. A demon, Johnny.
Did you kill her? Are you a cyber witch?
You can call me a witch, but not cyber.
The system is not stable.
You hacked me.
You did this to yourself. We can save each other.
Cool.
You are my animal.
Danger. 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 Overstimulation. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Have a nice day.
Yummy.
All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to a very special interview segment of the Film Blerds. I'm Jeff Stewart, aka Uncle Jeffrey, and I am joined here by the director of Hotspot, a new sci-fi crime thriller that's releasing in theaters this week. We just talked about this before. I'm probably going to butcher her name. Agnieszka Smoczyńska.
Perfect.
Oh, thank you very much.
Perfect.
Before we get into it, I just want to say how much I loved the lure.
Ah,
Okay. And so watching this, I was, uh, anticipating that sort of aesthetic going in, and I was not disappointed. So before we get into how you shot this and your visual styling, why don't you tell me about how Hotspot came to life?
the Robert Bolesto, who wrote The Lure, one day he told me that he is working on a story about a witch in a refugee camp. It was 2018, more or less 2018. And I remember that it really resonated with me because during this time there was a huge crisis in Poland, in Europe with the refugees. And also he said another thing that he thinks about fake news and deep fakes and what it really how we can manipulate with the reality in the future. There was no ChatGPT yet. There was no AI like we have now yet. But all of these fears were in 2018. And we started to explore these themes and we started also to explore these characters. I mean, Johnny as an anti-detective guy, and also Rana, who is one of the neo-solo refugee who doesn't want to merge with machine. What does mean? She doesn't want to connect with the AI, and she doesn't want to be the part of the system when Johnny leaves.
And let's dive into that. So I this is the first time I've seen AI depicted this way, right? It's everybody is connected, right? The use of telepathy. I can't.
Telepathy.
Right, there we go. To communicate is something that I've actually never seen placed on film, and it's very uh it's very Philip K. Dick. It's very like uh future that we don't really see presented like this. And the fact that anyone who doesn't on board, who doesn't sign up, is kind of left to die.
Yes.
Right? That was a fascinating concept for me. Did how did that develop? Was that just like as you see technology moving forward, did the script change, or was it like once you had it locked in, right? Like these ideas were always there.
Was it's changed in terms of of course, because you have to remember that when you work on a script, you work from the beginning till the very end of the editing, even of the end of the sound. So it really lasts like for 5 years. I remember the moment when we edit the moment that if you don't connect, you can be transformed into water and energy, and there is a time limit for it because because of the restrictions, because of the lack of the resources. So the people need water and energy, and they transform human bodies to produce water energy. And for me, this is a metaphor of the concept how you treat the human beings as individuals. What is the most important, and the most important is to protect your society, but also in the name of the protection, the most important is efficiency and economize everything. So it also remind me now, our current times, and also what drive our current times. That's why, when we are thinking about hotspot and we are working on a hotspot, it also forced us to think about now and about us in this world, and when we probably go, and what would happen if we will choose AI as a government, as as something what gives you protection, what gives you entertainment, but also controls you. But this is your choice. This is not like the Big Brother in 1984. And I think this describes us here. That's why it resonated with me so deeply.
Oh, yeah, I mean 100%. And you can see it. You can see it in the film that uh it's it's now, but also your style is kind of timeless, right? It's the future, but it looks like the 80s, right? And the same thing
Yes.
in the lure. You can't really tell when it's taking place. Um, why is that? Why like and I love it. It feels like if Wes Anderson took himself seriously. It feels like that kind of styling. It was very intricate and deliberate. Where does
It,
that come from?
it's a very good question. It was taken from the character, from Johnny, who was a huge fan of Europe from the beginning, who was a huge fan as a character of Final Countdown. And we thought, okay, if we have his song, and this is his song, and the look how he looks like, if he's a fan of Joe Tempest, we should create like retro futuro. So something what we know very well, and something what will be set in the future. So for us, this was the key. So the key was the character and his song. And because the song was from the 80s, also then so maybe we should also start with the car from the 80s. So the Citroen, the car he drives, the autonomy car, it's not like here when I'm here in LA, you have this Tesla who look like so modern. I like that it's that because I think it can be very uncomfortable for us as a viewers that you create the future, but something what you know already from the past. And this concept was also very interesting for me in terms of the language of this movie.
Um, Before I go, I would be remiss if I didn't ask this question. I love the cinematography in this. Okay. Most impressive to me off the jump is when Johnny's traveling from home to the crime scene. Uh that oneer that kind of gives us everything we need to know about the world.
Yes.
That was inspired. Was that you or was that the DP? And like, how did you two sort of come up with the look? Like,
It
how are
was,
you going to shoot this?
yeah, this is always a teamwork. So I mean that of course it was written, the first draft was written in Poland. So we knew that, but I couldn't imagine this in Poland. I remember that I all the time thought about Greece, and I thought about all of this location because if you ask of the cinematography, the main role in this movie, there are locations. So where we wanted to shoot. And before Kuba, who I work with from the Lure, this is our fourth movie together, and we knew that we want to shoot this in Greece, and we have to find the locations. And I also I asked Kuba to be very close to the character all the time with the camera, but also sometimes to show that he is lonely. And I knew that the whole, I don't know how to say, but the whole task of telling the story was the image. And that's why we love cinema, because we go to cinema to watch images which are in a, when there is emotion captured in a time. So that's why I love cinema. And I know that here was very important how we want to tell the story in terms of the visual dramaturgy. And first, when we started to talk with the director of photography, Kuba, we knew that we want to create that there is very hot, but not to put the artificial sweat on
The blister, right? Or blisters, sweat. Yeah.
We rather wanted, and for Cuba was very important to what will be the light. That the light sometimes is too high, and the look is like from the postcards from the 80s. So we are watching also some photos from the 80s from Greece photos, just to have this texture of the image. Because Hotspot is not about following the plot; it's about experience this world. And that's what you are saying, that if the cinema language is important, it was for me as a director was to find the way how we want to tell the story for cinema, not for the TV. And it was the collaboration with Kuba, with production designer also Ania Anonsowicz, and also with actors with the cast. So we were and I love this during working on the movie, that you have to create and you have to find your own language for the movie.
I literally could talk to you for another 20 minutes because I've got so many questions, but that's my time. Agnieszka, thank you for all of your work, but especially thank you for Hotspot. I was talking to a friend. I was like, describe the film as like, it's a retro future fever dream.
Oh, retro future fever dream. Very good. If I can,
you can use that. Like,
retro future fever dream.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, so that's going to be in my review that drops this week. Thank you so much. Good luck with the film. I can't wait to see what I'm a big fan. And yeah, Hotspot dropping in theaters this Friday. Go out and see it because real cinema does exist.